When you think about a Hollywood actor, someone who's been in the business for 5 decades, with a role that practically defined a generation, you probably picture mansions, fancy cars, the whole deal. But some stories, well, they just don't go the way you'd expect. Today, we're diving into the really surprising financial story of a true pop culture icon. Oh yeah, you know this face. I mean, come on. The glasses, that unforgettable laugh. It's Louis Skolnick from Revenge of the Nerds. He was the ultimate underdog, the hero of a comedy series that was absolutely huge. That image is it's burned into our pop culture memory forever. So that brings us to the big question, right? With a face and a name that famous, and a career that spanned more than 50 years, what was Robert Carradine's financial situation really like? What was the actual number behind the nerd? Okay, here's the answer. His estimated net worth is about $300,000. And nope, that's not a typo. We're not talking millions. It's not even 1 million. $300,000. Let that sink in for a second. I know what you're probably thinking. That number feels shockingly low, doesn't it? It just makes you wonder, how can somebody with that level of enduring fame have a fortune that's, well, so modest by Hollywood standards? That's the exact gap we're going to dig into. All right, so to really get our heads around that number, we've got to look at how he made his money over the years. It's a story of being a constant working actor, but maybe not one with those crazy blockbuster paydays. The thing that's truly incredible is just how long his career was. Seriously, Carradine was no one-hit wonder. He got his start back in the 70s, doing these really serious dramas. Then, bam, he becomes a comedy legend in the 80s. And then he found a whole new audience in the 2000s as the dad on Lizzie McGuire. He literally connected with completely different generations of fans. And just look at the sheer variety of his work. I mean, of course you've got Louis Skolnick, the role that put him on the map, but then you pivot to Sam McGuire, a beloved TV dad for a whole generation of millennials. And way before all that, he was holding his own in these critically acclaimed war movies. His career wasn't about these massive peaks and valleys. It was just a steady, consistent presence. So here's the crucial part. How did all that work actually add up, money-wise? He was a true working actor, you know? He appeared in over 100 different projects. He got steady paychecks from those popular franchises and even dabbled in producing. But, and this is the key, he never quite broke into that top-tier A-list club, the guys who command millions of dollars for a single movie. His was the income of a dedicated craftsman, not a mega superstar. And this, I think, brings us to the real heart of his story, because if we only focus on the money, we are missing the entire point. His true value, his real worth, just can't be measured in dollars and cents. This right here really lays it all out. On one side of the scale, you have a bank account that's pretty modest for a Hollywood veteran. But on the other side, a cultural impact that is absolutely massive and completely undeniable. He carved out a permanent place for himself in entertainment history, and that's something that no amount of money can ever guarantee. It's like you're looking at two totally different stories. You know, this quote just nails it. It says it all, really. His legacy isn't about the numbers in a bank statement. It's about the characters he brought to life, the performances that stuck with us, and the real genuine affection from fans who basically grew up watching him. That's a whole different kind of currency, and you could argue it's way more powerful. So we'll leave you with this thought. Robert Carradine's story kind of pushes us to ask a much bigger question, one that goes way beyond just one actor's bank account. When we think about the true value of an artist's career, what really matters more? Is it the fortune they managed to build, or is it the permanent mark they left on our culture? That's something really worth thinking about.